dancing in the kitchen.
Well, and let's talk about one of your role models, Diane Warren.
Yeah, she's my goat. She's like the greatest of all time for me. I adore her.
And you were telling me just the other day that with the speaking engagement you had, that things really came full circle for you. So
yeah, they did. That. So when I was young, as I was saying, I used to like, you know, when we used to get CDs, we don't normally buy CDs anymore, but in like the 90s, 2000s, you would magically go to the store and you know, it was a thing to buy the CDs, get home, open
like
them.
A huge book of CDs.
Yeah, and but the thing about it was like very ritualistic would be like to open them, to read down the liner notes, to read the lyrics, to go through the lyrics of the song, why the song is playing, like to really know like all of the musicians, to know the writers. And so I kept seeing Diane Warren's name over and over and over again to all these like magical songs, you know. Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Celine Dion, all these like Cher, you know, If I Could Turn Back Time, all these things. I was like, who is this Diane Warren lady?
And you've had the opportunity now to meet Diane Warren multiple times, right? So tell us about this full circle experience.
So, yeah, I just was working, well, not working. I was just with her last week when we did the event for World Women Foundation, and we had a big, I don't know how you say it, like maybe like a seminar or something at the Grammy Museum. So she was the headliner, I guess, and in my particular question and answer, I was on stage with one other person, and she was asking me about my love affair with Diane. And so it kind of just came full circle, like me saying, I looked up to Diane Warren when I was a kid, and she's one of the reasons I became a musician and why I got into songwriting. And the fact that we were nominated in the same category for this song, Looking Up, and the fact that we're on the same panel, you know, the same speaking engagement, and just, you know, the fact that we were doing that together. It's the song that I wrote is called Looking Up, and it's the analogy that I use for the song is like this ladder. So the ladder is like when you're a kid, you're looking up to your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, your coaches, and that ladder is always growing. And so for kids, I think it's important to have role models. And so like for me, I put Diane on my ladder, and over time that ladder keeps on growing. So she's still on my ladder. I'm just not at the bottom anymore. I've moved up a couple of notches, hopefully. So that was the analogy of it, and the full circle moment is that like now we're working together, now we're in the same industry, now we're nominated for awards in the same category. So I just think it's really cool to kind of have a full circle moment like that.
I think so too, and I think it's so inspiring to know what's possible. So if you're out there and you're dreaming and you're feeling like something is so far away, you know, magic happens. It really does, and this is a perfect example.
Yeah, if you just keep working towards it, like I say, as easy as it is to say, never give up, but it's so true, you know, just like if you stick with something over time, you know, that you'll get better at it, you'll learn from it, you'll make mistakes, but you'll learn and you'll grow. And I think someone who's like, I'm gonna give up and I'm gonna start over, well, starting over, you're gonna have all these same problems. So it's like, might as well just stick with something that you've already like gotten yourself into, especially if you put in, you know, 5-10 years, it just, you know, keep going.
That's totally true.
So Ash, tell me about your love affair with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Completely excited to do that. So I actually have a story that's very similar in some respects to your experience coming full circle with Diane Warren.
Nice.